Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're storming off yet again. Gonna be playing this sweet deck, Cycle Storm. We're playing Cycle Storm with a red-black mana base, or Rakdos, and they're all artifact lands to enable Deadly Dispute. Because Deadly Dispute is busted. It says, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards. Got a lot of artifacts, basically 12 here, and we can also sacrifice a treasure that we make sometimes. So this gives us 8 effective Lotus Petals. And then one thing that we talked about in Brian Cook's Discord was essentially playing Ardent Elementalist over the Skaab. So we have a red-black mana base, and we're playing Deadly Dispute. This means that you can cast the Ardent Elementalist. You're not worried about Snuff Out, Lightning Bolt on it, or whatever. It enters the battlefield at all, so as long as it doesn't get countered, you get back your Songs of the Damned, and then you can Deadly Dispute it. So it's neutral on your color sources if you can actually hit it with Deadly Dispute. It also gives you another Deadly Dispute target when you're low on lands, so that makes it a little bit easier to have color sources in the deck, which is sweet. Then we have another one-off Mystical Teachings. This basically gives you a 5th copy of Songs of the Damned or Reaping the Graves. Very important for consistency's purposes. And then we're playing 22 Cyclers. The original 5-0 Rakdos list that we saw was 24 Cyclers, so I think 22 is probably fine, especially with the draw power of the Deadly Dispute. And what we found was, I was saying in testing, I felt like I always ran out of mana, and Brian also said that he wanted to have 8 rituals. What this does with the 4 Cabal, 4 Dark Ritual, you can start casting your Cabal rituals as like mini Songs of the Damned. In the beginning of the game, because Songs of the Damned says add a black for each creature card in your graveyard. So in the beginning of the game, when you start to go off, Songs of the Damned is going to be making like 5 or 6 mana. Cabal Ritual with Threshold makes 5 mana, so that's like a good starting point. And then it also adds so much mana during the middle of the combo that you can continue to play your game plan out. If you're not familiar with the deck, basically what you do is you use all these cycling creatures. They all have cycling 1. This is cycling 1 generic, 1 generic. This is for red-black. Street Wraith is 0, just costs 2 life. Or the Broken Lands cost a black, and Imposing Vantasaur costs a single of any color. So you have 22 cyclers, you put them into the graveyard. At some point you're casting Songs of the Damned, which makes a mana for each creature card in your graveyard. Then you cast a bunch of spells, cast Reaping the Graves, get all your creatures back, continue to cycle through your deck until you basically deck out, and then you play out your creatures, hold priority with the cycling, don't actually draw a card from the cycle them all, and ping out your opponent. It's really sweet. It's definitely Storm vibes, not just like eggs anymore for me. It's so awesome. And over here in the sideboard, basically, since we're a really important graveyard deck, like we can't really work without a graveyard, we're playing 4 Ingot Chewer, which is basically the reason to be playing a red-black mana base. 4 Ingot Chewer because it's 1 mana to destroy an artifact and it's a creature, and 4 Pyroblast. So Pyroblast for blue decks, Ingot Chewer for relics. And versus red decks, I like a mix of Pyroblast and Weather the Storm. Weather the Storm buys a bunch of time, so Street Wraith can actually be effective against them instead of having to cut Street Wraith. And then Mirrorshell Crab for blue decks, because Crab, the ward ability actually lets you counter the relic activation, so we don't have to bring in the Chewer there, and the ward ability can also counter a counterspell, which I like. So that's my thinking. Then Fairy Macabre here, 2 of for random graveyard decks like Goblin Combo or Flicker or whatever, and a Flaring Pain as a singleton for getting past Prismatic Strands. So far, I've been pretty happy with this. I managed to 4-0 into a splitting of finals, but have not actually finally gotten a 5-0 yet. We'll see. The mana base is interesting because you are very weak to Gorilla Shaman, but hopefully, we were talking about bringing in basic lands over the Barren Moors, but in reality, if you can get the Barren Moor in play, it's the same as having a basic land. It's just tapped, and it has a lot more upside in the end. So that is the list. We're going to hop right into a league. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the matches. Oh, and thank you again to Card Hoarder If you're interested in renting the deck, check out Card Hoarder. Alright, we'll see you in the matches. Alright, match 1 versus Siraj. We're on the play, which is where we like to be. So we have 2 free cyclers and a cycler, and then a Baron Moor. Baron Moor is going to enter tapped, which isn't great, but I think this is fine. Usually you want to be doing as much as you can to get the first few cyclers into the graveyard in the first few turns. So since these are free, easy. They also help us dig for the next land. Double Reaping in hand is medium, but hopefully we can draw into more cyclers and mana. Miscreant, okay. That's not great. I don't want to play against red. Let's cycle this. I'm going to look for a land here. Okay, we're cycling the Street Wraith for the land. Could have hit the Dark Ritual. Okay. So actually, if they tap out on their turn, we can go Dark Ritual Healer. Let's pass. Another Miscreant gets them to draw a card. They tap out. So, like, there's a potential for a turn 2 here. Let's see what happens. I'm definitely going to Dark Ritual cycle. And we can at least burn the Reap in the Graves to get deeper. Dark Ritual, cycle. I just want to get out ahead of this deck. Cycle, find the Vault. So I can cycle the Stinger. Find an Elementalist. I think I have to pass. Fortunately. Okay, pass again. They play a Brine Barrow and Of One Mind, so they're tapping out again. Okay. Stinger. We're gonna cycle. Can we find the songs? We're at 12. Now we're at 10. Dark Ritual. Cycle. Cabal Ritual. Okay. Cabal Ritual. I'm gonna Deadly Dispute this, trying to find the songs. Didn't find it, but Cabal Ritual is big. Let's cycle. So now we have 4 Street Wraiths in the deck. Lotus Petal. We can Reaping the Graves and get back 6 creatures, including 4 Street Wraiths, which we can only cycle 3 of, but we can go all in now. Okay. We're definitely going to have to get the healer back. And then I'm going to go Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, and then 2 randoms, so I guess Horror, Healer. Those don't matter that much. We only have 2 mana, so we're looking for, there's a land. We're going to go to 4, go to 3. Okay, cycle this. Still didn't find it. So pick up some more cards. I'm going to go land, dispute the land, hoping for the songs. Still didn't find it. No! We went all in. It's turn 4, though. Okay, cycle again. Oh, man. We were close. Cycle again. Concede. We went through a lot of cards and did not find songs. That's a little bit of variance, probably. Let's see how deep it was. So deep. So deep. Oh, God. Keep going. You see that the Cabal rituals helped us keep going, but oh, man. Look at this. No. Playing to your outs and get wrecked. Okay, it was the 13th card from the bottom was the first Songs of the Damned. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so we want 4 Pyro. And then they're probably going to bring in Relic. I'm going to bring in the Crabs. The question is, what am I going to cut? I think I will cut some Cabal Rituals, some Carabids. And then I'm going to trim on... Maybe I don't need 4 Pyros if I have the Crabs. Now I want it to try to decide if I want the Elementalist or the Teachings. Guess I'm going to cut the Elementalist because it's the Hydroblast. And submit. We would like to play first. We have a Pyroblast, so we're keeping. We're just going to Pyroblast our first creature. Hopefully they won't be able to ninja us. Land Pyroblast. We could also play the Baron more first and then Pyroblast on our turn too, so probably a better idea. Unless their first creature is the Scry creature, in which case I don't want to Pyroblast in turn 2. I want to Pyroblast when it is on the stack. So now I talked myself into playing the Great Furnace. Land, pass. Double Pyroblast in hand. We got 2 cyclers and a crab for the potential relic. Land relic, land relic. Okay. Pass the turn. So we're looking to Deadly Dispute our land so that we can get stuff in the graveyard. And then we are going to have to crab the relic. We're going to pyro that. Counter. Nice one lander. They don't relic us. I'm going to try to look for a land. Cycle. Our last is gone. Cycle the Baronmore. Find the Songs of the Damned. So I can just pass. Play a Fairy Seer. We will attempt to pyro. Put more cards in the graveyard. Alright. Get rid of a Pyroblast. I'm going to play this Lotus Petal out. See what happens. I really need to hit a land. Let's cycle this one. Find the land. Okay. Now I'm feeling decent. Alright, they're going to pass. So they're going to use the relic right now to get rid of the Baronmore. Okay. So the question is, do I want to keep the Lotus Petal or the Mirrorshell or the land? I probably want to Deadly Dispute the Lotus Petal specifically. Alright, so they have a Sprite. I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Petal, looking for a Pyroblast. Didn't find it. That's okay. Now we have 2 more cards in the graveyard. So likely they're going to ninja here. We get rid of our Deadly Dispute, that's fine. Attack. Okay. They play a Moon Circuit Hacker. Will my crab plan work? It's going to be tough because I have to actually resolve the crab. It's 3 mana. Cycle this. They're leaving up their relic. Street Wraith is a free cycle. So we're going to cycle the Street Wraith. It only makes 4 mana. So we still have 1 Lotus Petal to get eaten. I think I'm going to pass. We can crab the relic pretty much at any time. We play a Fairy Seer. So they're going to scry. I think I want to try to get all these creatures in the graveyard and go after it. Find out what happens. They get in for 2. What is 12? They make us exile our Lotus Petal. Alright. They're going to attack. They went bottom, so they're still looking for a land. They discard an Of One Mind. Cycle. Find a land. Cycle. Okay. Land. So we can cycle 1. Just trying to make sure I have enough mana. Cast the Songs. My assumption is they crack here. They're going to let it go. Okay. Cycle. Cycle. Looking for a ritual, basically. Teachings. That doesn't help right now. Cycle. Okay, Deadly Disputes. The land. Okay, Dark Ritual. There we go. Cast Songs of the Damned again. That's the second Songs. So what do I want a Teachings for? Probably nothing right now. I can just Reap in the Graves and get back. I can Teachings for. Well, oh well. I'm just gonna do some stuff. We can cycle all 3 Stingers this turn, so go Healer. Now they crack. Yep. Sorry, bro. We are free to go. Grab you. Maybe they'll just scoop. But remember the teachings cost 4. 1, 2, 3. Is there another street wraith in here? 1, 2, 3. I guess not. So I guess I'll get a stinger. I don't think that matters. I need to get through my deck now. We found the songs. Luck Sack. And a Reaping. Okay, cycle. Found a Pyroblast. So we can just add mana. But I think we need to put the healer in play. Cycle this. This. Ball Ritual. And then we can put the healer into play. And then we can Reaping a bunch of stuff. So we'll go Stinger first. You might want to try to play that this turn. Or I mean in this loop. We're going to go all the street wraiths. Bam, 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 all the street wraiths. And then just whatever. Okay. We can't currently teachings, but we have the songs in hand. Alright, we go to 3. We draw a street wraith, we go to 2. And we go to 1. Cycle the horror, go to 2, and then 3. Okay. Now I'm going to just... Alright, we find another Reaping. I think we should be able to get there, but we have to find a colored source for casting out the Stinger. Cycling stuff. Cycling all my stuff. Easy peasy. So let's see. Another Ritual's nice. So now that you can see like we're living on the margins here. They relied on their relic and they got crabbed. They didn't even go for it. So our Stinger's the last card, which is good. We have double, right? Do I have another Stinger? No, just one. So double color source now. Put this into the graveyard, put this into the graveyard. Okay. So now cast Songs of the Damned. Yoink. You have 18 mana. Get back the Stinger. Play these out. 1. And another color source. Sweet. Red. Red. Cast the Stinger. Reaping the Graves. Get back my Stingers and everything else. Let's press F6 now. We'll just go Stinger, Stinger, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, and then a bunch of other stuff. Clicking all my things. Oops, I clicked too many of those. Yikes. So we missed on one card. That's okay though, because 14 times 2 is more than 20. They scooped it up. Maybe they won't rely on the relic this time. Our crab was powerful. We had enough Pyroblasts also in our opening hand to really disrupt them. The crab was pretty expensive though, but it was uncounterable. So on the draw, we probably want all 4 Pyros. I'm going to trim 1 Dark Ritual. So we are lacking in colored sources now, or not colored sources, but rituals. Yikes. So this doesn't deal with a turn 1 creature, but we do have the Pyroblast in hand. That's annoying. Land Relic. Pass the turn. Okay. They don't play a creature. We're playing a hacker. So I'm just going to cycle my Vantasaur. Well, the horror. I'm going to cycle horror. They're going to eat the horror. I'm looking for another land. If I find the red land, I can just pyro this right now. Cabal Ritual. That doesn't help. Cycle. Petal. Kill this. Okay, they eat the pyro. And they play an of 1 mine for full value. Okay, we can Dark Ritual. Cycle, cycle, cycle. There's a red land. Cycle. Cycle. We find Songs of the Damned. So we have 4 in the graveyard right now. I guess we go for it. So Petal, Black, Songs. We can go Cabal Ritual. And then that's all of our creatures. Reaping the Graves right now. Then we could put a horror into play, right? 7, 8 mana. This costs 5. I guess I'm going to try putting a horror into play. This. 1, 2, 3. I don't think we have the capacity to combo off right now. So let's see what happens. I mean, snap would wreck me, but what are we gonna do? They have the snap. There's Seer. Okay. We certainly have a lot of fodder for the relic. Cycle Levantosaur. I'm really surprised that they kept the snaps in. I guess they just felt like it was necessary. Cycle a couple times. Yeah, I probably should have waited until their turn. I was just looking for a land. We killed one of their ninjas, so they'd have to have another ninja in hand right now. They don't have the ninja in hand. Attempt to cast... No, I can't do that. Let's pass the turn. I was going to say I could attempt to cast a Stinger and get it onto the battlefield. But I need to Pyro back up, and they have 2 spells open right now. Playing against Mono Blue is very difficult, I think. They are fully set up to beat combo anyway. They have the pressure. They always have the turn 1 relic, of course. I mean, they don't necessarily need the relic, because they could just counter me out, obviously. We could see that there. But we're just looking to make land drops, and we whiffed. Maybe I should probably just cycle looking for a land here. Let's cycle Levantosaur, looking for a land. Okay, free cycle of the Street Wraith. Annoying, we didn't find a land. So if they flash in Spellstar Sprite, I guess I'd Pyro it. Alright, they have a Blue Blast. So if they can't Ninja this turn and pick up the Spellstar Sprite, I'm going to try to play the Stinger. Okay, they get in for 2. No Sprite. No Ninja. Let's play the Stinger. Okay. They had it. They certainly had it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I'm talking about. Like, do you really need Relic when you just have a million counters? Not really. Gets in for 3, puts me to 12. If they have a Ninja, we have to basically scoop. They don't have a Ninja. Okay, get rid of card. Attempt to Cabal Ritual. Okay. Nope. No, we're not going to pay for the Force Spike. Cycle. That's the turn. They continue to Relic. Right. So now we can play out the healer, I guess. Lotus Petal? So they have another snap. Okay. They seem to be running out of stuff. Sprite's the Lotus Petal. Alright. Attempt to Dark Ritual. We're going to Deadly Dispute the red land. A healer. Cycle Levantosaur. Turn off your clock. We will now start attacking you. I'm the beatdown. Pass the turn. Ugh. Well, we need to get to a spot. Now they cracked the relic. Okay, they're looking for ninjas. Sad news. Sad news for us. We lost almost all our cards. Just gonna cycle this now. We finally draw the crab. Although we didn't have the mana to play it. Let's see if they have the ninja. They have a big ninja. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the next one. I just don't feel like we can get here. I don't want to play against Mono Blue. It's too hard. It's too hard. Okay, cycle. We're at 6. They have a very Spellstar Sprite in hand. Got nothing going on. Cycle again. We're at 7. Healer. Okay. We're just gonna concede. It's too hard. Okay, on to the next. After a ridiculously long round 1, we're here in round 2 versus Hooch. I'm gonna mulligan this one. Don't have any acceleration. We have a tap land. Okay, this is I think better because we have. I'm gonna keep this. Just put back something random. Stinger. I'm playing the tap land and passing. And then turn 1 I can cycle, turn 2 I can double cycle. So I'll have 3 in the graveyard on turn 3. So it could be Affinity. They lead on Drossford's Bridge. We actually don't have to cycle the Street Wraith yet. We'll just pass the turn. We can go cycle, cycle, cycle. And then that'll be 3 cards. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun. It is Affinity. So let's cycle this, cycle this one. And then now we untap, cycle the Carabid. Trying to find another land that's not a tap land. I'm okay with playing the tap land here, I think. Let's pass the turn. We have teachings for songs. We can go petal, ritual, teachings, songs, teachings, reaping. But we don't need to yet. We have lots of time. We have 3 mana. So they could have a metallic rebuke, but now they're tapping off their blue. 3 mana, they're going to play Kenku here? Yes. Okay. So they have a 3/3. Big beatdown lands. Alright. We have 5 in the yard. We find the songs. Okay, that's really good. Does that mean we should just go for it? Okay, so I get yelled at for playing out my stingers early, but maybe it's worth doing it. Let's cycle this one. Sometimes storm count matters. We have a Vault of Whispers. Cycle this one. That's 7 mana on the songs. You can Dark Ritual. Cycle. Okay, petal. Petal. Songs. And then we're going to play Teachings. Song's only making 7 mana right now. I think we just get the Reaping. Could be wrong. That's tough. We could get the Reaping and cast it and then just cycle a bunch. I suppose that's the plan. Okay, get back the Street Wraiths first. Always, so Street Wraith and then Healer, Carabid, Stinger. Let's cycle. We'll go to 16. Wall Ritual's good. Alright, cycle more. This is turn 4, so this is a reasonable turn to be able to go off if we can. If we can do this on turn 4, that would feel pretty good. But we're just digging, trying to find the songs now. So it's kind of at the mercy of the shuffler at the moment. We're cycling and cycling and cycling. Didn't find it. Let's cycle the Stinger. Okay, we find a Dark Ritual. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 5, we'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so we can Teachings for songs. How much does songs make right now? 12? I think we just cycle again. Cycle. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, we've made it halfway through our deck. Opponent gets in. We go to 10. So we could be dead on the next turn. Let's see if they cast a spell. They do. Another Kenku. Alright, so they just want to attack and see what happens. I guess we have to try to win now. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted the storm count and should have gone for it, but I don't know. It's hard to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that makes it easier. Go Dark Ritual. Ardent Elementalist. Much easier. Go ahead and get back the songs. There it is. Alright, get songs. Now we can cycle this. Oops. Actually, let's just Deadly Dispute the Ardent Elementalist first. So now we get a Songs of the Damned. We can cycle. So we're looking for another songs, or pretty much whatever. We have to win this turn, I think. So we're going to Deadly Dispute our land. More red mana. Cycle our Vantasaur. We're just looking for songs or another Reaping. Find the songs. So now we can Teachings for Reaping. Grab the Reaping. And then we're going to Reap in the Graves the Elementalist, and then any Street Wraiths, and then go for the Stingers, I think. But we still haven't drawn our entire deck yet. So Street Wraith and another Street Wraith. That's all the Street Wraiths. So then let's just go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess Healer, or Stinger, 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 and a Stinger. Okay. Let's cycle. We're going to go to 8. We want to keep the max in the yard so that this songs will be full value. Okay. Cycle. Go to 6. I don't want to cycle Baron more right now. We don't have excess mana, so I don't think it's worth it. Now we have tons of excess mana. Cycle. Cycle this one. And let's go Songs of the Damned. And then Songs of the Damned. And then pass the turn. And just press F6. Now we can play red, cast a Stinger, cast this, red, cast another Stinger, red, cast another Stinger. Let's just cycle the horror and see what happens. Because if we find another Reaping, then we don't have to use the Elementalist for it. We're cycling, find another Lotus Petal. So we can Petal, play another Stinger, just easy peasy. And then Elementalist for the Reaping. Yoink. Grab the Reap in the Graves. And then just get everything back. Easy. Just go down the line. And we're finishing the clicks, so we're just going to spam click the bottom one. Everything comes back. It's always fun to see the storm stack diminish. So we can cycle for 4. They're very, very, very dead. They had to tap out 2 turns in a row to add pressure, and it didn't matter. It doesn't even matter what's in our deck, we're just going to cycle a few times and kill them. Pretty easy when you can play out 4 Stingers. And we were able to play at all of them because we were able to deadly dispute the Elementalist. So that was nice. Okay. Host board. I think we just go for Chewers. And then we can afford to slow down a little bit. Question is, what do we want to cut? Teachings has been so good. So do we need to just, if we're slowing down, we can cut some Cabal Rituals. The usual change has just been Cabal Rituals and Carabids for me. Not sure if that's like the best possible play. I'm enjoying keeping the Teachings and the Elementalist post board, but you could also like not play Teachings or Elementalist and just have maximum everything. And the thing is, like, if they come out fast, then you have to cycle through your deck a lot to get there. I guess the Teachings are probably, so they're going to bring in Hydroblast for sure and negates. We want free card draw. Alright, if we lose this game, what I'm going to do is take these out and bring in the Carabids, but let's pay attention to the Teachings and the Elementalist as if they were Carabids and see if that would make it better. Or not. This seems fine. We have double Cycler, so we can cycle on turn 1 and 2. If they play a Relic, we can deadly dispute our land. Usually they're playing Nile Spellbombs though. And I pressed F8, but it didn't actually cycle or pass the turn because I had the Straight Wraiths in hand. We're going to go land go. Okay. Our opponent plays a second land, plays a Nile Spellbomb. So what we have to do is evoke a Chewer and then go off in response to the activation. Okay, cycle the Vantasaur. There's the Chewer. So we can just play the Chewer right now and lose our Vantasaur, but that's probably fine. Evoke this guy. That's why we have 4 of them. So we only have 19 Cyclers in the deck now, instead of our original 22. We have to put the Evoke underneath the Destroy in case they, so that the thing will end up in the graveyard. So we're just going to let that happen. We already made our land drop, so we can just pass the turn. One other thing that we can do is ritual out another ingot chewer to actually just put a 3/3 on the table and blow up their thing. We're going to yield until the next end step. They're going to put us to 18, and then we're going to take another 6 damage from the Street Wraiths. Okay, 18. We have to be worried about a Gal Blast at all times. Cycle. I wonder if... No. Cycle again. Let's cycle the Stinger. Found a Cabal Ritual. We're going to go to 12, and then 10 from this. Let's go for... I try to win. Let's Dark Ritual. See what happens. They're holding a maybe Hydroblast. Cycle this. Found Songs of the Damned. Attempt to Cabal Ritual. Deadly Disputes. The land. Looking for Reaping. Can we get there? We got there. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. We can Deadly Dispute our other land. This is turn 3. Land. Deadly Dispute the land again. Looking for cyclers. Okay, Lotus Petal. Deadly Dispute the Lotus Petal. Bam. Okay, there's a cycler, so a cycle. Trying to maximize the reaping and the songs. Cycle this one. Okay, we're doing it. Cast the Songs of the Damned. Now I'm going to reaping back everything and then keep the songs in hand. Healer. Pay attention to not go below 4 life, or below up to 4 life on. We don't want to get Gal Blasted. So Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, and then the rest. Clicky, spam click. Okay, I'm just going to leave the chewer in the yard. Cycle once. Okay, we find a red source. Cycle. Cycle the Stinger. Okay, a land. Okay, this puts us to 6. So now we can't cycle any more Street Wraiths without having a healer in play. But we want to cycle as much as possible right now. Another colored source. This is 9 in the graveyard now. Elementalist is great. So we can cycle again. And then songs. Okay, so the question is, alright, that's all of our stuff, huh? Last one's a healer. We get the healer back. So the question is, how do we continue? Because we used 1, 2 songs, and 1 reaping. So we're more likely to draw the reaping than the songs. But if we do draw into the reaping, we have to play the healer out so that we can cycle the Street Wraiths. Cycle this one. There's the reaping. Okay. So we can play the elementalist. Hydroblast here would be a problem. Yeah, I didn't think that one through. Whoops. Well, we can go... If they play the Hydroblast, then we're free at least to play the Reaping, I guess. They're considering this heavily. They let it go. They have the Hydroblast in hand, but they want to bolt us out with the Gal Blast. Oh, so lucky. Okay, cast the healer. Songs of the Damned. So now I'm going to cast the Petals. Go for Reaping. Grab the Stinger. We have so much Storm. We don't have very many to get back. Only 9 creatures. What if I should cycle one time? Looking for a creature. Okay, there's another one. Put some creatures in the graveyard. We can get them back. Dark Ritual. Yeah, let's just dig for creatures for a little bit here. Street Wraith. Okay, I love that free creature to cycle, especially with the healer in play. Another healer. Yeah, our opponent just chose the wrong thing. If they had Hydroblasted that, we would be pretty dead here, because well, at least dead in the water, not dead in total. Cabal Ritual. Get back the Stinger. We're still not ready to win the game, I think. That's the second Reaping. 1, think that's just the second reaping. Let's get back all the race. 3, 4, and then we have a bunch of storms. So let's put the stingers on the bottom, getting everything else back. Stinger, spam click the stinger. We're still just looking for the reaping. I mean, the Songs of the Damned. We're looking for lots. We're looking for a lot of things. Don't listen to me. Okay, Street Wraith. I guess we could get everything back. Let's just get everything back. F6. Because we can just cycle the Street Wraiths for free. We have enough mana. We only have to do 5 cycles if we have all the stingers in play. We have 3 stingers. Should just try to win the game, right? Okay, stinger in play. Play this. Cast a stinger. Will they Hydroblast the stinger? Cast another one. Will they Hydroblast it? Cast another one. If they don't Hydroblast that one, it'll be pretty easy because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could just cycle this for 2 life. Heal them 3. We need to do 7 cycles at 3. Okay, they take it. Do it again. They're going to take it. I do have my auto yields turned off. This puts us to 5. I think they're considering trying to blast us. So this is 4 cycles at 3. Just cycle here. They get blasted. We're going to yield to this. We're at 8. Okay, we found a Songs of the Damned, so easy, easy, easy. Nice turn 3 that took 20 minutes. Okay, Songs of the Damned. Alright, our opponent gave us GG. Was wondering how the league is going. I let them know that we lost round 1. And then we're just going to sting them. Donk. And one more time. Yoink. Alright. They said, nice brew. I said, well, it wasn't my brew. On to match 3. We're here in round 3 versus Spock Vito Loca, who has been playing Mono Red Blitz. They're on the play. We have turn 2 Ritual Cycle, Cycle, Cycle. I think that's okay. I mean, it's not going to get much better. It's basically a mold of 6 already, but it's fine. Baron more. Pass the turn. Pass again. We're going to play Kiln Fiend and kill us on turn 3. I mean, we could go Ritual Healer Cycle Cycle. Play this. Ritual, cast a healer. Cycle this one. That way they can at least hit us for just 20. We have to do more than that. Cycle again. I know it's not a great plan. I'm listening. We can just play a Crasher, okay. Lightning Bolt my creature. They're playing the fanciest possible art. My god. Okay. We're gonna cycle. We cycle a bunch. We could probably win if we have songs and they don't kill us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have Lava Dart, they can Flashback Dart. So that's 5, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm clearly tapped out. There's no reason to wait until the attack phase. Just do stuff. Kill me. Fine. Whatever. So I want to bring in the Weather the Storms. That's the only thing that can really matter here. I'm going to trim a Teachings and a Cabal Ritual. Submit. Previous times that I played this opponent, they just mulligan to Infinity. It's mulligan. I mean, obviously our hand was relatively slow. I guess I'm keeping. What do we get rid of? The Dark Ritual? Land Cycle. They're not gonna. They mulligan to 5, so they may mulligan to Infinity again. We have to rip a bunch of cyclers, unfortunately. We are going to draw 1 card with the first one and pass the turn. We draw a Vantasaur. Okay, so we're starting off okay. Swift Spear. They're starting off very okay. Donks in. Alright, cycle again. We have all rituals in hand. Another healer. We literally have all rituals in hand. Yikes. Plays a Kiln Fiend. So I guess a Deadly Dispute or Reaping would be okay. Reaping's not that great. Okay, land. You know it's also not that great? Another land. They're just gonna attack us for 18 and we'll die. Ancestral Anger. So now that's 7 damage. 3 cards in hand. They mulligan to 5. This is turn 3. Can they kill us on turn 3? Easy. 2 free for the Swift Spear. We were not going to get there. Let's go to match 4. Alright, let's see if we can have a nice game here. Mulligan this one. We have no lands, only 1 cycler. Alright, this is fine. We're going to keep and put back a Barrenmoor, and then play the Barrenmoor and pass. So this gives us turn 2 double cycle. We don't have any of our payoffs. Okay, they're Bajuka Bogging. We can play land and pass. We play Lembas. So this looks like it's Gardens. The thing is, cycling too much in the early game is bad because they can pick up their bog. Okay, pass the turn. We are looking for another land. Find a Teachings. I'm going to cycle 1 Stinger. Find the Reaping. Okay, so I can cycle the other Stinger. Cycle the Street Wraith looking for the land. Cycle another Street Wraith. Find a Petal. Okay, pass the turn. So on this next turn, oh gosh. Double bog. Brutal. Okay. That was pretty bad. So how many creatures did we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including 2 Street Wraiths? Opponent. With the double bog hand. That's not what I expected. Not what I expected. There's a Blood Fountain. So we're very far from doing anything now. Just Deadly Dispute, the Lotus Petal, draw some cards. Let's cycle 1. We get another land, so we can play the land and pass. Okay, so we only have 15 cyclers in the deck now. That's gonna be pretty tough. They're going to Reckoner's Bargain, away their Blood Fountain. Interesting. So my greed of trying to draw land got them to play the bog, and then we just got wrecked. Plays a Crystal Grotto. Okay, I mean they're definitely not pressuring us until they play the Avenging Hunter right now. We have 2 more cycles, so we'll have 3 in the graveyard. We're gonna play a Jewel Thief, so there's a little bit of pressure. We're gonna cycle. How many Stingers did we lose? 2. Cycle this. Fall Ritual. I guess I'm gonna play out the Petal and dispute it. Petal, pass the turn. We're trying to get as far into the deck as possible before trying to do stuff. They will attack for 3, put us to 13. Okay. Then what? Play Thorn of the Black Rose. Okay. So they draw a card for the Monarch. We Deadly Dispute the Lotus Petal, looking for more cards. More cards, more things to do. Cycle this Healer. That's 4 in the yard. Cycle a Barrenmoor, just to get deeper. And a Stinger. So we have Songs, we have Double Reaping, 1 Stinger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can they kill us this turn? This is 4 damage. Assume they play Crypt Rats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is gonna be 9 total damage. Let's just cycle the Stinger. Find another Deadly Dispute. I'm going to attempt to win here. Cabal Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Deadly Dispute the land, Deadly Dispute the other land, Cabal Ritual, Petal, So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So do we use all of our... We only have one Lotus Petal left in the deck. We have 5 creatures in the graveyard, which we can all return all of them. Okay, get back my creatures. 2, 3, 4. And then start cycling. Guess we'll use the red mana. We'll find out. Cycle here. Dark Ritual's good. Okay, cycle. Find an elementalist. So elementalist can actually get us back one of the deadly disputes to go deeper into the deck. Cabal Ritual is real nice there. And we can draw more cards. Cycle. Red land, not great. Grab the Stinger. Play this land. Play the elementalist. Grabbing the deadly dispute. Now I'm going to deadly dispute the elementalist. Cycle this one. Play Songs of the Damned. Start cycling some more. Do this. How many? We have one Stinger in the yard. Storm's 13. Reaping the Graves, getting back Elementalist. And then the other creatures. And the Stinger on the bottom. So I think I'm going to use the Elementalist for the songs this turn. Cycle another Stinger. Cycle this one. 7 in the yard. Cast the songs. Okay, 9. We're just going to keep cycling now. Dark Ritual, okay. Okay, I'm just trying to commentate so you can see me cycling away. We are looking to maintain 5 mana so we can play the Elementalist and grab the songs. And then we can play out our 2 Stingers and win the game. There's another song, so we have enough mana now. We have Street Wraith. Finally, we got this a couple of free cyclers. Dark Ritual. Okay, we got there. They bogged us like real hard. Okay. We're gonna play the Elementalist. Get back to songs. Since we have a bunch of reapings, cast the songs. Then I'm gonna cast the Stinger in case they want to try to kill it, so I can get it back again. Reap in the Graves, get back everything. Well, let's just songs again. Reaping, get back everything. It's good in F6 now. If they kill the Stinger right now, then I can hit it with the Reaping. This one, and everything else. Back everything. I can't believe we beat this double bog. Pretty wild. I guess they just pretty much weren't doing anything, so it was fine. Cast this. Okay, so we have to cycle 10, 11 times. So 1. Just turn off my auto yields. Okay, always yield, always yield. Cycle again. Cycle this one. I'm definitely not interested in them killing my creature right now. Cycle this one. If I have the songs in hand. Okay. Just start cycling. Easy peasy. Although it wasn't that easy peasy, right? It took some large amounts of effort to beat all the stuff that we were beating. And then one more cycle and then we'll have no deck left. Turn off auto yields. And then we just kill them with everything on the stack. Nice to have instant speed combo. We don't want to yield to this, but we do want to yield to the Stinger triggers. Cycle here. More than enough damage. Cycle again. You're at 1, and I'm going to put you to -1. No, I can't put you to -1 because the trigger will stay on the stack and they'll just die. All right. Not that easy. I'm not really sure if it's easy or not. So we want the Chewers and the Mirrorshell Crab. Mirrorshell Crab can beat the Relic and it can beat Weather. The Chewers can beat the Relic. So they can't counter this just going to get rid of 2 Carabid, 2 Rituals. Ugh. So they are playing Bogles and Relics post board. Unfortunately, we can't keep this. We don't have any lands. Mulligan. We could look for a land with the 2 Street Wraiths, but it's way too sketchy. I think I'm going to keep and put back the Dispute. Although the Dispute could hit the black land to get us the red for the Chewer. Just play our land out and pass. They play a Rot Farm. So next turn they'll have 2 mana. I'm going to Dark Ritual and look for a land. Cycle. Did not find a land. I found a land. Okay, your turn. Now I'm going to be more cautious. Plays a Jewel Thief, so the next turn they're going to have the Avenging Hunter potentially. Let's just pass. See what they do. Try not to let them think that they can bog us and wreck us again. This is Avenging Hunter time. Okay. So now they don't have a land that drop. So they're gonna hit us for 3, put us to 17. And then next turn we're gonna take 10 off the Hunter and the Jewel Thief. Double cycle. Alright, we have the ability to Reaping here. 1, 2, 3. Songs of the Damned. Then we can go cast Songs, hold priority Reaping, and that'll get us back all our creatures. Cast Songs, pressing the control key, getting back all of our creatures. Because we're trying to make this Songs useful, but we need to actually draw it into our deck. So that's all the creatures. We can cycle 5 times. Wall Ritual means we can cycle a little bit more, hopefully making the Songs bigger than 5. Okay, we can maybe Deadly Dispute that Lotus Petal. Songs is 6 now. We can Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace. Cycle this. Street Wraith, nice. Stinger, okay. Find a Teachings. That might help. Cycle. I don't think I want to cycle the Barrenmore here. I could actually, because if I hit let's cycle a Barrenmore. See if I hit a creature. Okay. Cycle again. Now this goes for 9. Great Furnace. Tap this. Play Lotus Petal. We can Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace. Cycle a Horror. Street Wraith. How many songs do we play? 2? So songs is 11. We can go Teachings for songs, Teachings for Reaping, and then hope that it works out from there. Teachings for songs, make 11. Teachings for Reaping. Okay, we're going to cast Reaping. Bam. This should return everything, but now we want to float all of our triggers. Okay, I get back the 2 Street Wraiths and then everything else. Getting all my things. I think I clicked everything. We only have 5 mana though. Cycle. Sketchy for sure. Having the 2 songs there for not very much value was bad. Cycle. Find a Reaping, so if we find the songs, we will probably take it. Did we get there? No. Cycle again. Okay, we got a Cabal Ritual. Alright, so we can go Petal, cast the Cabal Ritual, and then start cycling again. Cycle. We're sort of out of colored mana though. Find another Reaping. Cycle. Cycle. We're dead this turn now. Cycle. Okay, we have one more shot. Alright, we didn't get there. Yeah, I think that the beginning of the game where we had to use 2 songs for not very much value was bad, so maybe we should have just waited. Probably should have waited. Taken the 10. Alright, so what did we learn? I don't know if I need the crab. Teachings was pretty expensive. I'm gonna bring in 2 Cabal Rituals. cut a dark ritual. It's like really big mana. And then go down to 2 chewers and a crab. Hopefully that'll be enough. We would like to play first. And we can't keep. The crab is mostly for, I guess I'm going to keep this one and put back the lotus petal. And then play a land and pass. So we have the plan of cycle turn 1, double cycle turn 2. Let's cycle this one. Draw. Land. Pass the turn. Okay, no bog. Cycle again. And then, I guess, Vantasaur. And a Street Wraith. Pass the turn. So this next turn we can cycle 3 times. If they don't bog us, we'll have 6 in the graveyard, which is really good. Let's see if they have a bog. They have a relic. Okay, Vantasaur down. Cycle. Draw. So now we can put some cards in the graveyard by going Petal and Deadly Dispute the Petal. So that can, this is just cards in the graveyard for the relic to eat. The Reckoner's Bargain, their treasure token. Alright. Cast a Lembas. Doesn't matter that much. We're taking long turns. Okay. Will they tap out? They can't crack the Lembas because they don't have the mana. They're tapping the relic. They tried to tap the relic and they clicked the Lembas. That's silly. We have 1 swamp open, so we're looking to draw into our chewer, I guess. But we also have to have the reaping set up. Let's cycle. Great Furnace. Okay. They have to discard to hand size. Play a land. We can pass the turn. And we get there. They're going to Deadly Dispute the Lembas. Let's see if they have to tap out for an Avenging Hunter. I guess even if they do tap out for an Avenging Hunter, they can get a land. Second relic. Okay. You sure showed me. Okay, Lotus Petal. I'm gonna cast a Cabal Ritual here. Then they can eat the Cabal Ritual. Wow. We're getting hammered here. Alright. So let's cycle some times. We found a chewer. We're just cycling as much as possible. I'm forgetting to comment. Cycle this one. Cycle again. So, what do we do here? I'm gonna try casting Songs of the Damned. I can go Ingot Chewer, kill the relic. I guess our best hope is that our opponent screws up here. We go for blowing up the relic. They go for kill your stuff, so I'm gonna cast a Songs. Let's see if they crack the relic in response. Come on, they didn't. Alright, that sucks. I don't think I can. I could have beaten double relic there, but not through. Oh, there's a second reaping on top. I could have waited and then just gotten through it. Yikes. Alright, that's just my bad. Let's go to the round 5 and try to play a little bit better. Round 5, we got to get our play points back. Okay. We have songs, some stuff to do. You know, my gut is to keep. I don't really know if that's correct, but I think I am. We have Double Cycler, we have songs, we have Deadly Dispute. Play the Baron more, and let's see what they're up to. Game 1 versus Green-Black, we just beat so much at once. Like double Bog, we beat double Bog, and then we had to fight through Bog plus double Relic. That seems like they just had the good draw. Maybe I should just only brought in the Chewers and try to fight through the weather. Bogles, they're bogling. Let's cycle. You gotta go fast. Land. Cycle. Okay. So this means that we have the Deadly Dispute, the Lotus Petal. We have 2 in the graveyard. They play an Abundant Growth. How fast are they? Ethereal Armor. So we could be dead on their turn 3, but likely they will kill us on their turn 4. So we get 1 more setup turn, and then we have to try to win. So Petal, Deadly Dispute the Petal, land, cycle the Vantasaur, pass the turn. That's 5. We could just gain life with the healer, but they could have ram through or something to take out the healer. Right now we can draw 1, 2, 3, an additional 4. Okay, 6 damage coming in. So we're probably dead. I think we just have to try to win. We have double Cabal Rituals, which is good. Cycle this healer. So we can play the Petal, crack it for black, and then go Cabal Ritual, cycle the Vantasaur. So our songs are online, that's for sure. Cycle. Attempt to Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace. Dark Ritual. Cycle the Stinger. Find a Teaching so we can get the Reaping. Cabal Ritual, Deadly Dispute, this. Floating the red. We find the Reaping anyway. So now we're just going to win. Cabal Ritual. We have 8 in the graveyard, so this means that the Reaping can hit everything right now. Stinger. Just get back Street Wraith, then everything else. Cycle the Street Wraiths. 1, 2. We haven't even used the Songs of the Damned yet. Cycle this one and this one. Now we 10 mana ritual. Okay, get back some cards. I'm floating the red. Maybe it's not required. Cycle. We find a healer. Maybe I should just keep that in hand. Yeah, let's take the 4. Play out our healer. Play out a stinger. Since we have so much mana with the songs, just start doing stuff. Alright, and then we're going to yield to that horror. We'll cycle here. Horror, we have 3 mana available. Cycle the Vantasaur. We can make 20 mana now with the 2 songs. So we're just looking for the Reaping when we find the Reaping. And that'll be easy game, I guess. Cycle this one. I don't know, I can use the red mana here. We're at 6. Cycling the Baron the Moor probably is not the greatest before I do anything else. I'm going to cycle the Barrymore now, since I have extra mana. Looking for more creatures. Did not find more creatures. So let's just Songs of the Damned, get back the Stingers, just get back everything. Bam. So they're dead. Super duper dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty quick, easy game. Not easy game, just a pretty quick game there. I don't know why I keep saying easy game. I just feel like it's something that I should be saying if I win, and if I lose, that the game it was rigged. Okay, red, play another. Okay, so now we have to cycle 5 times. 1. We can yield through this turn because I can't do anything for 1 white mana. It's not like we're going to deck out here. And I also don't think that I'm going to kill myself with the Stingers or the Street Wraiths right now. We're cycling some more. 1 more cycle. It is kind of annoying that you have to keep clicking the Drana Stingers and the healer triggers, but you know, we want to live. Bam, you're dead. Being on the play. So if we were not on the play, we probably wouldn't have won. All right. The recommendation is to submit again and once again try to race them. Game 2, our opponent's on the play. Let's see if they mulligan. Okay, they choose to play first. We have an elementalist, which is decent. No black mana. Double Street Wraith, a healer, and a stinger. I'm gonna keep this. This is a high risk, high reward hand. We have a bunch of free cyclers, but it is 4 damage. They lead on a turn 1 Bogle. Slippery Bogle. We have a Dark Ritual. We'll pass the turn. Yield until the next end step. And cycle the Stinger. Does our opponent have powerful turn 2? Right now, the best that they could do with their one forest is a Rancor. They tap and untap the forest. Okay, they play a Cave of Temptation, which they can filter the forest into white mana for an Ethereal Armor. Or they could Abundant Growth the Cave. They're going to Utopia Sprawl on white on the forest, so they don't have anything they can cast right now because they don't have a way to filter. They're just going to cycle. Okay. Getting a land, so they have 3 unknowns in hand. We take 1. We cycle the Stinger. We have a black mana now. Okay, pass the turn. Looking for a land. We find the land. So we can cycle the Healer. We find the Songs. Play the Furnace. Pass the turn. Elementalist can get back the Songs, so we're looking for Reaping. We might have the ability to do a turn 3 here. This is 4 damage though. Right now we're taking 3. 6. Okay, we have to win. Fair enough. So they're swinging for 6. Next turn is 7. Cycle. Cycle. Cycle the Vantasaur. Petal. Dark Ritual. Cycle the Barrenmoor. Cabal Ritual. I'm going to... I guess I should play the Great Furnace and Deadly Dispute it. It probably doesn't matter that much either way. Deadly Dispute that. Okay. We got it. Cycle the Stinger. And then we can play Songs. Well, we have 5 Storm, 6 in the yard. So we can actually just go for Reaping first. Or do we want to... I guess it's probably just better to Songs first, and then play the Elementalist, and then Reaping. Trying to think this through. Well, we've used 2 of our colored sources, so we have 6 left in the deck. We can also get the healers back. This is a decision point for sure. I'm having a hard time. I don't really want to Elementalist Songs just to get 6 mana. Alright, I'm just going to go for this. Floating 1 red mana, getting back the Street Wraiths first, and then the other creatures. Okay. Cycle. We're going to go to 7, now 5. Cycle this one. Cabal Ritual is a great pickup because now we can cycle all of our creatures and dig even deeper. Cycle again. We have that second Reaping in the hand, which is just amazing. Cycling this one. Stinger. Another Cabal Ritual. Love it. So I haven't cast any Songs this game yet. Cabal Ritual doing a lot of work here. We're cycling. Got a Lotus Petal, so that's one of our colored sources. Cycle this one. Cycle the Street Wraith. So we go to 3. Play out the Petal. Play the Songs of the Damned. We might not need this Elementalist, so let's see. We can cast Songs again. We can actually just... If we cast Songs again, we'll have a ton of mana. And then we can probably just cast the Elementalist to get Songs. We're reaping everything right now. We have 3 Stingers in the yard. We can cycle 1 Street Wraith and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more creatures, which would be 6 times 3, which is 18. We only need to hit 1 creature in the next 6. Okay, let's just get everything back. We're going for it. Boom, boom, boom. Get everything back. We're going to go Stinger. Stinger again. And another Stinger. Not playing the Elementalist. Just had too much in hand that I don't really need it. Cycle for 3. Cycle again. Cycle. I think we just got it. Wow. So closing out the league with a nice turn 3 kill. I love it. Bam. Bam again. Well, I guess we could play out the healer just so that we can make things free. Cycle this one. And Vantasaur. Boom. You go to 2. And then we get to cycle a Street Wraith for free, and you will be dead. Cycle. Wonk. Wow. So the deck is very powerful. Let's see what happened. We went 1-2 versus Mono Blue. We beat Hooch. I don't even remember what they played. Lost to Mono Red Blitz. Gardens was rough in the post-board games for sure. And then Bogles was an easy 2-0. We just creamed them really fast. It's nice to have a really fast deck. And if we go back to the deck, I do like Mirrorshell Crab. Obviously, it was kind of weak versus Relic, so it seems like it's not really where you want to be if you're facing Relics. So maybe we want to have something else to beat the Relic there, because I feel like the Ingot Chewers are just kind of sketchy, but maybe it's necessary. So that one Crab could probably be something else. I do like Crab for control matchups. We didn't really face control, and it's really tough to beat fairies when they have relics plus infinite spell search, right? It's like I can't board in 8 cards. Maybe I can. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.